Good afternoon and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Abby, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Abby's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and the motivations we give the dogs while we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred's using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he'll keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, which will leave the left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is the tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. You'll notice that Fred keeps that collar high up behind Abby's ears, which will give you the most control over her while you're trying to work her through her commands. You'll notice that Abby is seated very nicely on Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. The first command that we're going to demonstrate for you today is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and Fred and Abby will take off heeling now. The command is Abby heel, and you'll notice that she's been trained to walk very nicely on your left at your pace, so she should not lag behind or pull forward, and incorporated into the heel exercise is an automatic sit. So anytime you stop moving your feet, Abby should sit automatically and wait for her next command. Very good job. It's important that you encourage Abby throughout the training process, let her know she's doing a good job, keep her interested in the obedience. The next command we'll demonstrate for you today is the stay command. You want to use the open flat of your left palm an inch or so from Abby's muzzle, and the one-word firm command to stay. The sit stay at home is for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes. When Fred returns back to Abby, he'll walk all the way around her. She should remain seated and wait for praise or another command. We'll show you that again. It's important that you incorporate all these commands that we'll demonstrate for you on this video into your daily life, but also set aside about 5 to 10 minutes to run through this video in a formal session to keep the commands fresh. We recommend that you do this daily, but if you can't get it done daily, at least a few times a week. Instead of returning back to Abby this time, Fred will demonstrate the recall or the come on command. The command is Abby come. She's been trained to come in and sit nicely right in front of you. And then we have the finish, which she walks all the way around you and returns back to heel position. We'll show that to you again. Command is Abby come. She comes in, sits nicely right in front, and then the command is Abby heel, and she'll walk around you and return back to heel position. Nicely done. The next command we're going to demonstrate for you is down from a heel position. You're going to want to use the open flat of your left palm straight down towards the ground, and the one-word firm command to down. The long down stay when you're practicing at home is for 3 minutes, working up to 5 minutes. This is a great exercise to help develop Abby's self-control and maturity, so practice this often. When Fred returns back to Abby, he's going to walk all the way around her. No. She went to get up, so the first word out of Fred's mouth was no, and you'll notice that she corrected herself. She went back down. Very good job. Whenever Abby does not respond to one of your commands or she tries to break a command, you always want to say no first and then offer a correction, which is a tug and release on the collar if need be, and then repeat the command. The down command again, and this time instead of returning back to Abby, Fred will call her in. Command is Abby come. She comes in and sits nicely right in front, and then Abby heel, and she walks all the way around back to heel position. Very good job. If there's a time during your day that Abby is especially excitable, for instance when you come home from work, if you find that it's very difficult to calm her down, that's the time of day where you're going to want to put her training equipment on her and work her through her commands. Just after a short training session, you'll notice that she has calmed down quite a bit. We're now going to demonstrate down from a distance. Fred left Abby in a sit stay, and he's going to use his right hand to give her the down command from the end of the training leash.
No.
Now you'll notice she started to anticipate the come command, so she started to come in. So Fred used a correction by saying no and repeating the command to down. These are all the formal commands that Abby has learned while she's been here with us at school. It's been such a pleasure having her here with us, and we thank you so much for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.